Hello everyone and happy November. Today I'm sharing with you all of the books I'm planning to read in November, which is not a lot because there are a lot of big books coming out this month and I'm just trying to be wise with my time and I don't even know if I'm going to finish them all because they're that big. I'm like really worried. But either way, I think I have like 6 books planned, which is usually low for me. I usually get like 9 to 10 books I really want to read each month. I'm trying to be more realistic with my time this month. Number 1, because they are huge books. Number 2, this is going to be the busiest month of the entire year for me. Like I wasn't planning on that, but what do you know? I have 2 full weddings to shoot, 3 engagements, 1 maternity session, and 1 family session all in the month of November. So I got a lot of work cut out ahead of me for my photography point. So it's just going to be very busy. So either way, you don't care about that. You care about what books I'm reading. So let me show you these 6 books I'm planning to read. The first book I'm planning to read, I'm sure you've guessed it, and that is Kingdom of Ash by Sarah J. Maas, the 7th and final book of the Throne of Glass series. And this book is almost 1,000 pages long. What the crap? Like, I don't know why. I thought in my head, like when I got it, or when it was coming out, I'm like, oh, it's only 607 pages. It's not going to take me that long. No, it's almost 1,000. What is happening? This is going to take me forever to read. Number 1, because of the sheer length. Number 2, because it's a YA fantasy and it takes me notoriously long to read. And Sarah J. Maas's books take a long time to read because of all the information and things like that. Sadly, I did not have time to reread all of the books as I probably should have because like I'm going into it not knowing a ton. That is what recapteds.com is for. So I'm going to go and do all of the recaps on all of the books and look at them and refresh myself and immerse myself back into the world. Then I'm going to dive into this bad boy. This is going to take up the majority of my November and I'm okay with that. I'm going to start early on this book too. Like I've already started this and it's not even November. Whoops. But either way, yeah, this is going to take me forever. A lot of time. Speaking of books that are going to take me forever, I have Archenemies by Marissa Meyer. This is the 2nd book in the Renegade series. Renegades was my favorite book of last year. I wasn't planning on it being my favorite book, and it just was. Renegades is all about, I'd say if you love Marvel movies or superhero movies, definitely read Renegades. It's about this team called Renegades, and they are like the superheroes, and then we have the anarchists who are like the villains. I don't like the Renegades at all, and we follow Nova, who is an anarchist that goes undercover as a renegade, and you can guess what happens from there. And it's the 2nd book from that. I'm very excited to read this. I'm hoping it's going to be good. This book is also very lengthy. It's like, I'm not trying to spoil myself, just looking at the page count. It's like 466 pages, which isn't that long, but her books just seem to take me a while. Renegades took me a while, even though I loved it. So yeah, another lengthy book. Like, I think anything like over 450, close to 500, it's a pretty big book in my opinion. I don't know what that says about me, but there you have it. Super excited to read it. Next up is one of my most anticipated books of the entire year, and that is 9 Perfect Strangers by Liane Moriarty. This book is also kind of big. I think it's almost 500 pages, which is really long for her in my opinion. This one, I don't know anything about. Like, all it says in the Goodreads description is 9 strangers meet at a health wellness resort. That's it. So that's all I know about it. That's all I want to know. I'm a big fan of Liane Moriarty books. I've read all of her, oh no, crap. I forgot. I still have not read The Last Anniversary. I started it, never finished it. I need to finish it because I am planning to do an author video on Liane Moriarty once I read 9 Perfect Strangers. So hopefully I'll also read The Last Anniversary. I don't know. I might do an author video without having read that. Oh, I don't know if I have time. Either way, I'm guessing this is going to be some sort of mystery in the back burner because that is what Liane Moriarty does best. I'd say her books are women's fiction with a dash of mystery. I'm excited. I love the way she writes and the stories that she tells. So yeah, very excited to read this one. Next up, I have Spark of Light by Jodi Picoult. This is the one book that I'm worried about. It's going to make me an emotional wreck because that's what her books do to me. This book is all about a woman's clinic, and basically a man comes in and he just holds people hostage. I don't know if violence happens in it, but basically that happens, and then a police like negotiator, hostage negotiator comes to the scene, and he learns that his daughter is actually in the women's clinic with his sister. So I think this all takes place in the span of a day, and Jodi Picoult really writes hard-hitting topics, like topics that you need to be confronted with and read, and this one's obviously about women's rights and things like that. So very excited to read it, also nervous because there's going to be a lot of violence, probably a lot of, you know, controversial topics, but I love the way she writes. It's immersive. I don't feel like she's ever talked about enough on BookTube either, and she's written so many freaking books, and I've read, I don't want to say a good majority of them, I've read a handful of them, and I've always loved what she's written, so excited to read this. A lot of these books I think this month will probably be in my favorite reads of the year. Like, I'm hoping November's gonna be the month full of all 5-star reads. The next book I want to read, because I'm reading quite some intense reads. I'm reading a really gripping mystery, maybe. I don't think that's going to be intense, but the Dodi Picoult one's going to be intense. Kingdom of Ash is probably going to ruin me. Archenemies is probably going to be intense. So I'm leveling it out with a romantic read, and that is Until the Last Star Fades by Jacqueline Middleton. She also wrote the London Belongs to Me duology, which I really enjoyed. I'd say it's like more new adult to adult women's fiction, and I love it. This is all about a girl named Riley who is in her senior year of NYU, and she's doing good with her life. She does struggle with OCD a lot, and also I believe there is a illness in here as well. I don't know if it's cancer or anything like that. And then she meets a guy named Ben, and Ben is from London, and he's just in New York to just pass time, just to party and hook up and do all the things because he doesn't want to go back home. And these two meet, and I'm guessing they form a sort of like no nonsense relationship where it's like kind of like friends with benefits. I don't know, but either way, I'm reading this because like I want something to pick me up, and it's also being released this month. It's also almost 500 pages because I love to torture myself apparently. And the last book, if I get to it, I don't think I will, but it's been on my TBR for the past 3 months and I've yet to get to it, and I feel horrible about it. And that is Sawkill Girls by Claire Legrand. I ordered this a while ago and it finally just got here, so that's why I haven't read it yet, because Amazon was taking sweet freaking time with it. I don't know why, but I was supposed to read this in September. That didn't happen. I was supposed to read this in October. That didn't happen. Here we are in November. Let's hope it gets read in November. I don't know if it will. This is a fantasy, I'm guessing, kind of mystery. It's about like this place called Sawkill Rock where all these girls disappear, and they've disappeared for decades from this evil and nobody knows what it is. And I think in this book we follow 3 main characters that are girls, and they say, beware of the woods and the dark, dank deep. He'll follow you home and he won't let you sleep. Well, that's scary. I should have read this in October because that would have been the perfect book. Also, turn fear into power. Either way, I'm very anticipating this one. This one's also long, I think. Yes, almost 500 pages. I'm not reading a book less than 300 pages this month. What is wrong with me? Oh well, we'll see how this month goes. I picked the hugest books to read on the busiest month of the year. Way to go, way to go. It might be a total fail. I don't think it will be. I think if I put my mind to it, I think I'm also going to be really enamored by all of these books. Like, this is the month I'm not worried one bit about being interested. Sometimes when I do my TBRs, I'm like, maybe I'll like this book, maybe I won't. I am like guaranteeing that I'm gonna really enjoy it, like all of these. So let's hope that pans out. Either way, those are the books I'm reading in November. Let me know what you're reading in November. Are you reading some of the same things? I'm sure a lot of you guys are also reading Kingdom of Ash because it's gonna take everybody forever because it's so long. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.